there. No! Oh. Hi everyone. Jared here with Why the Nations Rage. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a long time. Good to see ya. Now I know you're probably confused out there, most of you anyway, that don't really know me or get to see me on a regular basis. So I'm going to give you a little rundown. But before I do that, I would like to let you know that I have some very, very exciting news. And yes, it's for real this time. I'm back. I'm going to be back for good. So let's get started. So what I would like to do is give you a little rundown on the history of my channel. I know you guys, the ones that have been there from the beginning, are tired of hearing about this stuff. But, you know, what about the people that haven't seen all those videos? After all, I have about 200 of them, right? So I'm going to give you a little brief rundown history on myself and my YouTube channel. Starting out with this date here. Now, in case you're wondering, Jared, what is so significant about this date, June 6, 2014? I had a little accident on my job. It changed my future and my family's future. On June 6, 2014, I tore the medial meniscus in my right knee, which also resulted in an ACL tear as well, which of course needed surgery. Not just one surgery, not just two surgeries, 3 surgeries altogether. That is why this date will remain a date that stands out in my memory for the rest of my life, I'm sure. The next date that we will look at is September 21st, 2014. What in the world is that? No. 2014. On September 21st, 2014, I started a YouTube channel. Why?
Because I'm a totally interesting, fun, lovable guy that people will love to watch videos about.
Well, if you think that way about me, then I'm flattered and I sure do appreciate it. But that's actually not why I started the YouTube channel. Let's talk a little bit about the big WC, workers' comp. What is workers' comp? Well, basically, when you are injured on the job, the state that you live in gives you certain rights for treatment and compensation for the lack of the ability to work that is totally supplied by your employer. I'm sure everybody knows what workers' comp is, but basically what it is it can be a living hell, and it can also teach you things about yourself that you never realized. I don't typically see myself as the type of personality to make a YouTube channel, but because I was bored and I had nothing better to do, I decided, why not go ahead and go through with it and see what happened. And so, for better or worse, starting September 21st, 2014 until July 29th, 2015, I made YouTube videos. Now, give or take, there were gaps in there as well, but the main gap would have started on July 29th, 2015. I made my last video. If you want to see that video, it is available on my channel. It is entitled Long Time Vlog. But little did everybody know that I was actually continuing to make videos during this gap. When the videos went away, I kept making the videos, hoping that one day I would come back to YouTube and I would be able to post all of the videos that I had made in this gap of no videos and make them available for you guys to watch, all who are interested. And without further ado, on November 25th, 2015, I came back to YouTube. I made my first vlog, not including one other video that I did about withdrawal. I got a little bit impatient You see, I got tired of waiting and I got tired of not making videos. So I told you guys that I had come back. I was going to do mostly vlog style videos. But lo and behold, at a date not far beyond that date, for a short period of time, I made all of my YouTube videos available. Why did I make my videos available? Because I was frustrated and I was tired of being on workers' comp. I was ready to come off of workers' comp. I had been ready the entire time to come off of workers' comp. But I was trapped in their own vice that they had made for me. It's just the way that the cookie crumbled. There was nothing I could do about it. It was out of my control. And in my impatience, I made all of my videos available for a short period of time. And this was a great big fat, come on, say it with me now, mistake. I should not have done that. I should have been patient. I should have used the virtuous character of my patience and let it ring true in that moment. Unfortunately, I did not do this. In the long run, I ended up paying for it. It didn't hurt me per se, and it didn't hurt my situation, but it may have confused and possibly even frustrated a lot of people that watch my videos. So to make a long story short, April 12th, 2016, a date that is not so far back from this date. What's so important about this date? Well, this is where the big news comes in, you guys. Are you ready for this? As of April 12th, 2016, I would like to introduce the new Jared of Wine of the Nations Rage, a new man, a free man at that. People, no longer are you looking at someone who is confined by the Board of Workers' Comp. No longer are you looking at someone who has to be harassed by attorneys or stalked by private investigators or looked in upon by adjusters of insurance companies. I am a free man. As of April 12th, 2016, I am no longer on workers' comp. I am free to do as I please, so long as it's within the confines of the law, of course. And I just want to let everybody know that it feels great. So you might be wondering, Jared, what does all this mean? Well, I'll tell you what it means. First of all, it means that I'm free to make videos the way that I like to make videos, and I'm free to do it the way that I want. I'm free to go to where I want to go to make the videos, as long as it's within the confines of the law. I'm not talking about doing anything illegal here. I'm just letting everybody know that I have my rights back as a human being, okay? Now I want to talk for just a minute, be patient here. I want to talk about the effects that workers' comp had on the channel. Some of those things are positive, some of them are negative. First of all, I would like to let everybody know, as I've done in the past, that had I not have been on workers' comp, I never would have made a YouTube channel to begin with. So that's one positive thing, however you look at it. If you despise my YouTube channel, then you probably, wish that none of this would have ever happened to me. But if you appreciate my videos, I never would have made any of these videos had I not been on workers' comp and had the free extra time to do so. However, what created the creativity of the YouTube channel in time also destroyed it. Because after so long, I discovered that it wasn't the best idea for me to be making videos on workers' comp. Not that I was doing anything wrong. I had done nothing wrong. I had proven in no way that I wasn't injured. I was injured. I was in pain. I had doctors saying that I was injured. I had doctors operating on my body. I have the scars to prove it. I've already shown it to you. But I was advised legally not to make YouTube videos. So that is what canned everything. That's what put everything into a grinding halt That's what stopped the productivity and the workflow of my YouTube channel 100%. Alright, so that's all I'm going to say about that. But let's talk about things now. What does it mean now? Well, because I'm not on workers' comp anymore, I'm going to have to go back to work full time. I don't want to give everybody the impression that this is going to be like a daily vlog channel or something like that. I would like to do that, but I might not be able to do that. I might not have the time or the energy. It all depends on what job I get. I'll talk about the job situation on another video. So I will say that the workers' comp situation actually affected the workflow of the videos in the long run because I couldn't make videos. So what I'm telling you is that me getting a full-time job, depending on what the job is, might also affect the workflow and the production of the YouTube videos as well. And that's the negative thing about me working full-time from here on out. I might have issues with time. I might not be able to make videos on the level that I used to make videos. But with me having a good job, making a good income, I will have more options and I will have more flexibility to make more interesting videos as well. So keep that in mind. If you're getting tired of seeing me go to the same locations, well, when I have a job, I'll have more opportunities and more options to invest in more interesting videos, therefore go to more interesting places, therefore spend more time editing the videos and making them more interesting, and investing more into my creativity in general. As I once said, I think that the quality should outweigh the quantity. And I hope some of you guys, at least some of you, agree with me. But now that I'm off of workers' comp, I'd like to also say that I am going to bring back the original videos from my channel. The ones that we all know and love. Hopefully you love them. Even if you hate them, then you still know them, right? So they're coming back. I know that a lot of the vlogs I did toward the end of last year and some of the location videos, I made some promises. I told you guys that I was going to go back to these places. I gave you guys some ideas that I was stewing up in my brain, thinking about doing, things I was thinking about pursuing to make interesting videos about. And I just want to say that I still have those ideas in my brain. They're still cooking up there, creating recipes and whatnot for creativity and all that good stuff. So I just want to let everybody know that the promises that I've made on my past videos, I have not forgotten, and I do intend on fulfilling those promises in time. So stay tuned for that. And another thing I want to say is that from the beginning, I've always been concerned about the quality of my videos, the overall production quality, the resolution, the quality of the graphics, the direction, the composition, so to speak. I've been concerned about these things. Making my videos look good, making my videos sound good. And I would like to say that in the future, the quality will improve as well. And by the way, I do like to entertain at least some thought that maybe some of you have been wondering, is Jared ever going to come back? What's going on in his life? How's he doing? What's his status? Is he still on workers' comp? Because it really has been that long. And so that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to make this video and make it special, is because I wanted to let everybody know that I survived. I made it through. It was very tough. Another thing that I will say is tough and is going to be tough is the transition. Because when you're on workers' comp, especially for that amount of time, you grow accustomed to the lifestyle of such a position, such a status. You're limited in so many ways. You gotta be careful what you do, what you say, what you put out into the world. And you get used to living that kind of lifestyle, and it's not easy when one day they suddenly pull the rug out from underneath you and you have to go back. You're forced to go back to who you were before, Some people are on workers' comp for 5 years. You know, it's crazy. Never have I had such a gap of unemployment in my work history, ever. And so the transition going back to who I was before I was injured, it's very tough. Another thing about all this is that hopefully somebody that is anticipating something like this for themselves and for their families, my videos can somewhat paint a picture of what it will be like. Now, a lot of it you have no control over, but I will say that a lot of it you do have control over. It's just simply your outlook on the situation. You can be negative about it. There's a lot of aspects about workers' comp that are just not fair, and it's not just. But you have to also look at the glass as being half full as well, and not let all that negativity consume you, because after all, you know, there are countries out there where people don't have these rights. So in a way, it is a blessing that you are in some way or another being taken care of to some degree. Now, you might not have it like you used to have it, but at least you're being recognized and you do have your rights. At least you're being somewhat taken care of medically, even though I will say that a lot of times doctors who treat patients that are on workers' comp treat those patients much, much differently than they treat their regular patients. And that's just how it is. There's a lot of things about workers' comp that makes it so difficult to come back to the real world. There's just so many aspects to it. There's so many things that I have to deal with now, which thickens the plot to some degree. I wanted to make this video and let everybody know that I'm finally free of all this chaos that has consumed my life for the past 2 years. And I appreciate your thoughts, your concern, you guys cheering me on when I was in my lowest points. Some of you have seen some of those videos, and I'm not proud of them. I'm actually kind of pathetic in a lot of those videos. And it was just simply the state that I was in. And I wasn't trying to be a negative Nancy or completely pessimistic towards the world. I like to be a positive person and put a positive vibe out there. But when you're in that situation, it's overwhelming, and unless you've been in it, you can't really relate. Anyway, I'm okay. I'm ready to go back to work. My abilities are not quite what they were 2 years ago before I was injured. I'm not going to go into that though. I'm just going to say that I am limited to some degree. There's only a smaller criteria. Before, there was a more broad range of things that I could actually do. Now it's narrowed to some degree because I can't do the stuff that I used to do. It's going to be interesting trying to find something that will suit my needs and get me what I need to have to support my family. But I am absolutely ready to go out there, start anew, and pick back up and try to be as close as I can be to who I was before all this happened. So anyway, thanks for watching this video. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate your interest. I appreciate your view, most of all. And, you know, send comments, you know, give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Either way, at least you watched it. Hey, can't complain. And I'll see you guys around. Take it easy.